it's always the right time to teach him to be a man.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because one day he's going to have to grow up and be one.
It's always the right time to teach him to be a man. Whether he's 6 years old or not, man, I'm about to get teary-eyed thinking about this shit, man. Because I think about the conversations that I've had with all my sons, and y'all, and because he's the youngest, especially Trooper. And the reason why, because I was able to have a little bit more time with him than I did. See, every generation is different. Oh, yeah. So, you think about this. So, Antoine was able to get my 95 Impala SS. Okay? Michael got a Toyota Solara, his mom got him, whatever. So, when Trooper started driving, he got a BMW.
Oh, yeah. And welcome back to another episode of Loungin Around Podcast.
2024. This is our first one in the new year. We are back.
Well. We'll definitely start it like that then. Happy New Year to all of our supporters.
Dang, it is a crazy 2024.
Yeah, man. Wait, bro. 2023 went by fast.
Before you know it.
The second week.
It's already the second week.
Wait a minute.
So
it's the 13th.
Golly.
Whoa, bro. It'll be February
13th.
Before we realize it. That is crazy. But yeah, so this is our first episode of the new year, 2024. So we'll say Happy New Year. We're wishing blessings and nothing but success to all of our supporters.
Absolutely.
As always, we're going to jump straight into this thing. We got to introduce ourselves because this is a special episode. Obviously, it looked different. You like, all right, I know at least 3 of them. Right. But there's another person here. Here's the thing. This is the Loungin Around Podcast, right?
For sure.
Okay, so if this is the Loungin Around Podcast, and I'm Jay.
I'm Reese.
That's Reese.
I'm Prez.
That's
But
Prez.
y'all don't really technically ever see me but the last.
No, they've been seeing you.
But you the man, though.
Yeah.
You really technically are the man.
So then it's like, but then who is this random person talking?
Not really.
This is lounging. No, hold on. Because this is lounging around.
It is lounging.
You can't have lounging around without having script. Now, hear me out.
Touche.
Hear me out. My dog, the man in the sky, he down right now. That's cool. That's fine. So we figured, why not go get Big Scrib?
Hey,
we brought his Pops in the building. What's up, Pops? How's it going?
Man, I'm good, fellas. I
Big
appreciate
Scrib is in the building.
Big Scrib is
Loungin Around Podcast, man.
Hold up, this is a double, because this is our first interview podcast.
Whoa.
So this is a double.
So it's only right that if it's no lounging around without a script, we had to get Big Scrib for our first interview.
It all makes sense. It all lines up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so with that being said, of course, Big Scrib on the show, man. So we're going to kick it off with our check-in as normal, man.
Yeah.
How's your week been, Press?
Everything's been good. It's been a lot better. I've been working out more.
Okay. New year.
Absolutely.
I got this new app called ClassPass. It's not sponsored, but it's been something I've been trying. So basically, I book a class. It's been working. There's been some failures.
That's okay. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, I did this CrossFit class.
Wasn't for you.
Not for me.
That's okay.
Yeah.
CrossFit is different.
CrossFit is hard.
It's a hell of a
CrossFit is hard.
It's literally, they was like, they described it as a beginner class. Lies. I got in there.
Was not for the beginners.
Absolutely not. I'm like, we doing a little warm up. I'm like, okay.
I can do this.
I'm like, this the workout.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's the warm up.
That's the warm up. They was like, yeah, no, we gonna warm up with this, and then we got this the workout.
Your ass tired already.
Out of breath.
I was like, okay.
We done now, right, y'all?
It was like,
no, sir.
Yeah, you actually came on the worst day.
Oh. Was it a Monday?
No.
Why? I don't think
it was a Monday. It was a Monday.
Mondays are always the worst days in any workout, in any profession.
Why did they do that?
Like in anything, Monday is crazy.
The description was it was a beginner class. So I'm like, okay,
I can try it out. Get my feet wet, figure it out.
I've said 2024 new experiences.
I love it.
That's what I want to do.
I love it.
Work out.
Probably not that experience ever again.
No, yeah,
absolutely
for sure.
One other class, I was like, yeah, no, I'm never doing those ever again. It was good. I met the owner. He was like, hey.
Probably shouldn't have did that.
I think the look you giving already is trying to tell us that he kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I was like, immediately after the workout, I was like, Yeah, no, I sat there in the car after, like, I'm in the parking lot.
That's the worst.
And it wasn't like, no,
That'd
like,
be the worst.
small, like, okay, you got a window to cool down. And I was like, yeah, no, y'all get out. Next class.
Oh.
Gee, no cool down? No cool down is crazy.
No cool down.
You
It's
gotta
literally-
cool down.
Literally, my class was at 5:30. This is our class.
6:30?
The next class was already coming in as we were in like the last.
6:31, you supposed to be in your
it's
car.
just boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay.
So you couldn't even get on the treadmill and walk 15 minutes to cool down?
Not even walk around and cool down.
No, walk
like,
to your
yeah.
car and cool down.
Yeah.
Get out.
Man, no.
So
yeah,
literally,
bro, that's
I get-
crazy.
Did they give you some water?
Yeah, you gotta bring your own water.
You got to bring
You gotta
your
bring
own
your.
water?
I don't like this gym, bro. I don't like
You gotta
this
bring your
gym.
own- So again, I said I was
Trying
trying
new things.
new experiences.
Okay.
But I did find 2 classes I liked.
Okay.
One was Rumble. It was like
I heard
a
of
little
that.
boxing class.
Yeah, I
Okay.
heard of that.
Straight. You know, got a little calisthenics, a little boxing joint. You
Okay.
get
Yeah,
it. Only thing I didn't
also
like-
get some aggression out too.
Yeah,
saying.
definitely.
Bad day
Only
at
thing
work.
I didn't like was the gloves didn't have a lot of padding in them.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
And then my class I did yesterday. I just posted on my Instagram.
What was
about
that
it.
one?
Berries. It was a treadmill and
Oh yeah, I heard of that one. It's new to Charlotte. I heard of that one.
nice.
It's a nice
literally
gym.
So it's a nice gym. Everything is nice in there. Basically, you on a treadmill. It's dark. It's red. You do your stand on the. So it's like a warm up walk. You go into a run. Then you go into a sprint. Then you get a break. Go back into a sprint, and it's up to like it's on a treadmill. It's like at 10, but it's one.
Is it on an incline? Or you did?
No, it's just
Okay.
a flat. So you can do an incline if you want to.
Okay.
Basically, they tell you like it's at your own pace.
Got you.
Do something that's gonna hurt you, whatever. Like
Definitely don't want to
we
pull no
here,
muscle.
yeah, like we here to
What?
work out, but it's on your own pace. Like whatever
That's
works
perfect.
best for you, do it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work best for you, change up something and figure out what works for you.
I like that.
Okay.
So my first class, very inclusive. They helped. They walked me from the door all the way to my spot, what I'm doing. So then you transition off of running on the treadmill. Then it's on the floor exercises. So dumbbells, squats, stuff like that.
That's
so
right.
You
That's
go,
right.
then you get right back on the treadmill.
Good
you stand
God.
there, then you done. But it's like it's a 45. It's an hour class.
It sounds like it's like hard and
circle.
steady. Hard and steady,
Yeah, so
45
like
minutes.
literally,
Really hit it hard type.
you have a cool down break.
I was
but
going to say, how much breathing time do you get?
So literally,
You don't.
do a. So it's a minute. So your sprints may be like a minute long, but you gotta go. It's basically like
I'm
that.
sprinting I'm running a 400 meter.
That sounds like a track workout.
Yeah, it do.
Pretty
It
much.
sounds
So,
like a
like,
track.
you-
It sounds exactly what we used to do in track
When you're on
practice.
your sprint, you're running the entire time.
Sheesh.
He kind of basically like, hey,
I might
all
stride.
right,
I don't know about
and,
run.
In this, you need
Fast
to go
walking.
up. You need to jump
That's
it up
all.
5 more, 0.5 more, or take it down. Whatever works best for you. But at the most, you're doing it like 9, 10. So like from 8, 9, 10, like that should be your level. And You
Okay.
should be getting it. And then you're gonna come down all the way down to like a 2 or a 3. So it's like high, then it's low.
I'm gonna tell you, if you trying to sell this class to me, you have failed.
Bro, that's who the hell
You
go
have
back?
failed.
I'm not. I
I'm
would go back to
not
that.
going.
It's really
Go.
not bad. Like you literally like I left drenched and sweat, but I had,
But
like,
that's you supposed to. I'm
it
okay
was-
with
it was
that.
a
That
really
don't
good
bother
workout.
me.
I was like, this is the best one I've been to.
Okay.
Okay.
Outside of the other 3.
Outside of Rumble and the
Yeah.
other 2 that you absolutely are not gonna do again.
Yeah, it was a cycling class, cycle bar. It was cool. The seat was uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, cycling
that don't
is,
surprise me.
It was
It's not the normal riding the bike that we used to do as a
yeah,
kid.
no, it's-
go with
I'm
that
like,
where you
no.
will.
2024 new experiences.
Go try to ride a bike.
Not on my
Not
list.
that one. Cool.
Okay.
Not on my list.
Next,
So it sounds like
He
yeah,
found
new-
two.
Yeah, well,
He
yeah.
found
So
two.
and I think a lot of people have their their New Year's resolution.
It's
At least
usually
you
get in
found
shape.
something
I don't
within the
do
first 2 weeks of what you.
You don't do them at all?
right?
New
No,
Year's
so-
resolution.
Yeah.
No, I don't
So
do that.
that was the next thing. I changed it up. I was like, I'm not gonna do a year long. I did it for 90 days. This is what
Okay.
I want to attack
Okay.
these 90 days.
Are you gonna break yours up? 30,
Yeah,
30,
because-
30. Or 30,
quarters.
60, 90, my
So
bad.
first
Short-term
quarter-
goal.
Yeah, like
I like
first
that.
quarter, second quarter,
I like
third
that.
quarter, fourth quarter.
I like that a lot.
Because I mean, typically, if you look at it, a lot of people do these year-long goals,
resolutions
doesn't
last a month.
Weeks.
Dog, by month
Say it
2,
again.
you're
It
done.
doesn't last
Say
a
it again,
month.
By
young blood.
month 2, you're done.
The first 2 weeks you cracked and you like,
I can't do this.
ain't
I can't do
I'm not
this.
saying like I've done everything perfect for during this.
Sure.
You ain't supposed to.
Sure.
But
It's a progress.
right. So I'm like, I want to work out at least 4 times a week.
Okay. 7 days in a week, 4 times. You
Yeah,
pick a
that's
day.
real good.
I want to make
Yeah.
sure I post content every other day.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So I did 2 things today.
I saw that. I saw. I peeped. I
so
peeped.
it's
Yeah, I
not
saw the
like-
vlog from the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
from the
so
game.
it's like I'm trying to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable, because if I go for 365 days a year
Right.
Yeah.
versus a quarter for 90 days,
Probably easier to do
Right,
quarter
'cause it's more
check-ins
manageable.
too. You can
Easier to
you can
maintain-
check.
yeah,
you
manage,
can check.
yeah.
Let me look at my quarter. Okay, I missed 2 weeks. I missed so on. Versus at the end of the year, you like, dang, when did I fall off again? Was it the second week? I don't even remember.
And-
I just stopped doing it.
And everybody packs the gym the first couple of weeks
Absolutely.
of the year.
Man,
Anyway,
the
Planet
first
Fitness.
Yeah.
2. So I went the other night to Planet Fitness. I live like right around the corner from.
Uh-huh.
So I went in there and I was like, what in the hell?
Everybody.
I mean, everybody and their grandma was in there. This one lady, she was walking the treadmill. She's like,
Grandma,
And you know what, Grandma? Get it in, Grandma.
Get it in,
Get it in, Grandma.
Get it in,
We
Grandma.
rocking with
she was
you.
Get it in.
kid that I was
We
like,
rocking
oh my
with you.
God. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, it is so packed. Yo, man, I'm scared of COVID, man. I done had it before.
Yeah.
It was really
I ain't
bad.
mad
I was
at
in the
that.
hospital.
I ain't mad at
And
that.
I was sitting there, I was looking at it, and then one lady was on the treadmill. She was like, oh, and then she was putting her hand out like,
Oh.
We working out
I
at the
will not
house.
walk
We
on
gonna
that
work.
treadmill.
We gonna work it out at the house.
right.
that was the other thing I would say about this class. Like,
Okay.
I watched them
Sanitize.
clean. Like,
Cleanliness.
it's not left up to you,
Yeah.
and you. There's
Sure.
a team to come in.
I like
and
that.
clean between classes
For sure.
So like,
Okay.
I don't have to worry about like. You may feel like I sweated on all of this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wipe down
And you
half
probably
of it.
did.
Or you only just wipe down where your back was. No, sir, I don't want that.
People do that in the gym.
No,
bro.
sir.
People
That's
do
the
that.
worst.
They do that in the gym often.
That is the
like
worst.
You can see the sweat from their head to their back,
And they
down.
only go where they back is, and they're like, I
wait,
wiped it.
like, wait, no, come back and wipe this off, bro. Like,
Yeah.
If we are
But then
touching
again-
dumbbells,
Yeah.
I want you to start there.
Oh, yeah.
That's where your hands
yeah.
been. Like,
Nah, for sure.
Come on.
So like literally, that's one thing I will say. Like this
Okay.
was a clean space. Like I had
All right.
nothing to worry about.
1 to 10. So you were selling me earlier. I was at like a 3. They're clean. Now we're at a 4. I'm still not doing it. I'm just letting you know.
I'm just
That's
saying
it.
you gotta visit it. Maybe they got a special going on. 3 classes for $55, and you
Is
get
this
that's not
sponsored?
bad.
Is this sponsored?
It's not.
Okay,
but
I was
mean,
just
if you
checking.
guys would like to? I'm
Hey,
more than
if y'all
willing.
are sponsoring, we got space. We can put y'all over here. We can put y'all up there in that
Right,
left
right.
corner. You know, we can figure it out.
Right.
Because he working to sell this.
well,
Right.
but
It's a really
since
good class.
so we're not going to do the regular check-in. We're going to do the resolution. I know you say you don't do a resolution, so I'll start with mine. Then so mine is like
Okay.
I don't really do a resolution either.
Okay.
Mine is more so I just hope and pray, nothing but blessings over myself all year.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
but
right.
success, especially with the podcast, man. I just want us
You
to
guys gonna do great, man.
man, just higher and higher and higher and higher. And as people keep supporting us, that's that's what's gonna happen. So that's basically all I have in store. I don't really plan out a full year, like you said. I take it more so like you said, quarterly. I like to set goals for myself that I can manage and that I can track as well. Because if I put a whole year, I put pressure on myself,
promise
and I'm like, man, I have to do this a
promise
whole
I'm gonna
year.
forget.
So therefore, or I might forget.
I'm
So
gonna
therefore,
forget.
I don't do a full year
It's,
either.
it's too hard to do a full year because real life, we all live real life. And real life happens.
It changes.
So, like, it'd be
Daily.
too hard. If, like, for example, if we try to do the workout thing for a full year,
Yeah.
but then your car break down in month 3.
Here we go.
It's
you're
just
gonna be
too
like,
hard.
My car broke down. I can't go to.
I
the
can't
gym
go
today.
to, although it is an excuse because you still can walk, you still can run, you can still do workouts in the house.
do
Yeah, I was gonna say wait,
That is
that's
an
not
excuse.
Yeah.
But it's a viable excuse if you're like a person that's like, but I really want to bulk up. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a little different. So like, it's just like real life does have. Is an oh you gotta devil's advocate.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's ways to work out
Here we
to
go.
bulk up at the house.
You can still do it. It's just
Man, you can Google workouts, bro.
Yeah,
Look up
yeah.
YouTube.
Workout might not be the best example.
I'm saying.
Let me say this.
Like,
Let me tell
can
you.
go to Amazon and get whatever.
You can. But the thing is this, y'all. You gotta have that heart.
Yeah.
Now to working out, you gotta have that. Listen, that mentality that I've got to get in here. I got to get this shit. Just plain and simple.
For sure.
Whether it's
Absolutely.
push-ups, whether it's sit-ups, or even if you dieting. Me, I cut back on sodas, which was
Absolutely.
like
Best
I
thing I
love
could ever
freaking
do.
Mountain Dews, man.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so it's like
Mountain Dew.
That checks out
You know.
because Morgan said the same thing.
Yeah.
So that checks out. That
He
checks
cuts
out.
back on soda.
Morgan
Yeah.
Christopher Scriven is my son.
That checks
But
out.
literally, for
But,
me,
like you-
when I stopped doing sodas, like I literally dropped the weight. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
just-
yeah, man, that
soda's
sugar, man, it just
I drink most of my calories.
I
True.
sodas, I guess, is a little different because when I started running track and field was 6th grade. So
Yeah.
around 6th grade, I stopped drinking soda in general. Now that I'm of age, the only time I'm really drinking soda is if I'm having alcohol, and obviously those two things,
depending
Go
on
to-
what you got to mix it up with,
Yeah,
right?
go to-
correct.
yeah.
Ginger ale or Sprite,
Depending on what
Coke, something like
Coke,
that. Yeah.
specifically Coke. A Jack and a Coke is a go to when we at the lounge.
And,
Sure.
and
Not this
I'm
lounge,
gonna make
but-
y'all laugh. You know, y'all, I didn't really start taking a drink until about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Yeah, I've been always green. I've always been a square.
Am I the problem? I might be the
Well,
problem.
I'll say because I'm the type. I'm usually like not out of this group, but like the oddball. We know our generation.
Sure,
I'm sure your generation did it
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
but our
yeah, yeah,
generation, it's the smoking.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never smoked. So it's
Well,
not it's
cigars.
not
I
yeah.
do cigars,
Yeah.
and I picked that up a couple of years ago. I had a captain retire, and he had a party, and he was like, "Yo, Big Scream, you want to try that?"
Let's hit the cigar, yeah.
And I tried the cigar. I'm like, this is not bad.
That's what I've been missing out on the whole time.
Look, as a matter of fact, let me sit right here.
Nah, facts.
Do you got another one? Can I?
Yeah.
But see, that's what I was saying. Like you said, a couple of years ago, that's when you started, drinking a little bit. Well, for me, it's the same with smoking. Like, okay, so
Yeah, I was 49.
never done that.
Jeez.
Never done that.
That's
Don't
what
plan
I'm
on doing it. And I do sip every now and then, but my friends will tell you like I don't drink
Typically-
either unless it's like on occasion.
It-
Right.
So
And since I've known you, you've only drank for celebrations. If,
Yeah,
if it's
like,
not a
that's
celebration,
it,
you
yeah.
ain't drinking.
Sure.
yeah,
Now, I don't
can't.
just drink just to drink.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's why I said
Absolutely.
that's why I said a drink.
I will say that I've sometimes had a really rough day at work, and I'm like,
That's fair.
fuck
It's needed.
this.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
I'm being
just
real.
one. I just need
am
one.
taking me a drink tonight.
And speaking of that, then, so like I said, it's interview style, podcast right now, or that we're starting. So,
Yeah.
my first question to you, then, of
Yep.
course, Team Trooper,
Yeah.
what made you want to get into law enforcement?
Ooh, good gosh. So I started out, I went to North Carolina Highway Patrol. I took the class there, took the test, I passed it, was about to get ready to get the job, and that's when we found out about sickle cell when it came out of the troop when he was young. So that kind of killed it for me because I couldn't be away from home.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if you joined the North Carolina Highway Patrol, you had to be there for 6 straight months and you could not come home.
Jeez.
Look here, let me tell you something.
Not happening.
Married man with a family, that
Nah,
was
yeah.
not taking place. And so that kind of did it for me. I had an uncle that was a police officer in the military, and just my biological father, he was a police officer and a fireman.
Okay.
So it kind of did
Dang,
it for
that's
me.
police and fireman?
Yeah. So
Jeez.
what happened is back in those days when you joined the police department, you was also a fireman too. It's called public safety.
Okay.
So you did
Okay.
both.
You
of them.
did both.
Okay.
We did both of them. So some of the stories that he would come and tell me, and I'm like, man, I want to do this. I want to do this. And then one of my big heroes is his name is Colonel Henry Gray with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. He was really the person that really just put it in me. He's big brother. I mean, big dude, man. And he's still there. And so he got to me working out and all this other stuff. And then when I went to rookie school, man, when I tell you he pushed me, man, in that gym, man, he put this beef that you see, that came from him. So, it's a rewarding feel. It's different from when I started in '97 when Trooper was born. It's way different. Back then it was, you went somewhere, people admired you, they appreciated you, they told you that. It was a different mindset. Now it's like, fuck the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the mindset it is now.
It's just
And then-
general public.
right.
That is
And
good,
to even be honest with you, my life changed when George Floyd died.
Okay.
That did it for me. It was like, you know what? Fuck this. I mean, I'm literally serious. I really got to a point where it was like, even the people that I was working with, I was looking at them with my third eye, like,
Can you trust them? Yeah. Well, not can you trust them, but like, man, are you gonna put me in this predicament? You know,
so where I got to make that decision.
Yeah, to where you have to make that decision.
For sure.
That's also what I was going to ask. Like, especially being a family man, like you said, husband, father, and especially starting out when Morgan was born. Like, what are your thoughts like when you leave the house every day? Like, because that's tough.
I know. Yeah.
The biggest thing is you have to make sure you got that mindset that you're going to go home at the end of the shift.
Yeah.
I mean, there was I could talk about this now. But I never got the worst fight I ever had. I had to fight 2 Hell's Angels by myself. So I actually had a racist sergeant. I can say that publicly. I don't care. I had a racist sergeant that sent me to a call knowing damn well that it was the Hell's Angels. And take it. So here I am going by myself. And not so much that when I went where I was at, once you went down this hill, you had no radio contact. So my radio didn't work.
So you couldn't call for backup.
I could call for backup if I wanted to. Man. So back how they did it back then was, if you went to a call to somebody's house, and they knew that you were checking out there, because I checked out there before I went down that hill. I still didn't know that I wasn't gonna be able to check out down there.
Yeah.
But I just did it at the top of the hill before I went down. And so when I pulled up, I see 81 and I see Confederate flags, and at that time I was saying to myself, just send me out here to Hell's Angels,
man.
you know. So I go out there, hey, I'm ready, I'm gonna do my thing. And so I had 2 warrants for 2 guys. Come find out they were brothers and they lived beside each other.
Oh man.
And so I get out and I got my campaign hat on, I got my mag light in my hand, and I go and I tap, 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 knock on the door. And this white female says, "There's a nigger outside."
Oh man.
And so I immediately took my papers, rolled them up.
Because you already knew what time it was. You knew what time it was.
Put it in shirt.
You knew what time it was.
I am no longer here to serve.
Look,
Yeah, I know what time it is.
No longer here
how
to
my
serve.
man said, "It's about to go down."
Oh man.
Out to go.
Bruh, that dude came to the door, and I'm going to tell you, he was a big dude. And I was saying to myself, here we go. So when he came to the door, he said, "Nigga, what you doing here?"
Oh man.
These
And I
papers
said,
is for you.
"Here we go." And I immediately snatched him out the door and we started fighting.
Yeah.
So we doing our thing, and I'll get up. I ain't even gonna lie, old white boy had a little some hands on him, But boy, you got to thinking just like the question that you asked.
I gotta go home.
I gotta go home.
I gotta go home.
Which means I got to do anything.
I got to go home.
I got to go home.
I got to go
I
home.
got home. So I got, I got Antoine, which is the oldest, Michael is the middle boy, and Trooper is the youngest.
Yeah.
And
I got to go home.
I got to get to the crib.
I got 3 boys and
man.
a wife. I'm going home.
I
don't care how I get home.
So man, I'm fighting this dude, and I hear the phone ring in the house, and it was the sheriff's office calling them saying,
Wait,
"Hey,
what?"
Yes, because what happened is, if you was going to a house back in the day and you didn't have service, they called the residence that you was going to. They had that number.
Okay.
And they would call it and say, "Hey, is our deputy out there?" And she says, "I don't know what you talking about. My boyfriend's out here fighting some nigga."
Oh man.
That'd be the one
That's
we
the
talking
deputy
about.
that we're talking
That's
about.
the deputy.
Right.
Wait, but
That's the one.
that's crazy.
Right. So she then hangs up the phone on dispatch.
Oh.
Gets on the phone to call the dude brother, which is the same dude.
That's
I got
next
a warrant
door,
that's
yeah.
next door. So here I go. I'm like, all right. So I finally got him in. I got him in
She
one
done
hand.
call for backup. That means
Man,
you was doing your
look
thing.
here.
If she had to call for backup.
Let me tell you something to
You
you.
do
I
it.
was in that process, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
If she
Listen,
needed backup, that means
let me
Pops
tell
was
you.
doing his thing.
Let me tell you that. I had the bumps and the bruises to prove it. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
So listen. Next thing you know, I hear this truck.
Oh Lord.
And here it
It's
comes.
a pickup.
It jumps the damn hill like Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh.
I clarify, Tater Salad, they white people. It jumped the hill like Dukes of Hazzard. And this dude gets out. You're like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Here we go." So I'm looking down for my light, and, he's the brother that's laying there, and I got him in handcuffs. He's handcuffed to his fence. He's like, "Kill that motherfucking nigga! Kill that motherfucking nigga!" I said, "Oh, here we go." So I reached
Round
my mag
2.
light. Here we go. And man, look, I ain't waste no time with him. I swung that 5-cell mag light. A 5-cell mag light is basically this long, but it's this thick.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you I went to work with that mag light, I went to work.
Jeez.
So here comes the cavalry finally. And let me tell you,
I done did the work now.
bro, but when they came, it was really, I'm trying to think of the words.
Was
to
it like
say.
relief?
Definitely. I can tell.
That's what I'm saying. Was it relief or was it I'm about to release my anger on them?
It was where the fuck was y'all?
I knew it.
Yeah. That's what it was.
I knew it.
That's what
real talk.
I was like,
that's exactly where the fuck was y'all at?
Man,
I did a full 2-on-1 handicap match like WWE, and y'all just got here.
And you said you had a racist
sergeant,
like a racist sergeant.
Yes.
So he did it purposely.
He knew what he was doing when he sent me.
Man,
that's my problem.
That's
probably my.
And that's what I was gonna say, especially hearing that situation and like you said, bringing up George Floyd. Like, not only are you in law enforcement, but you're a black man in law enforcement.
So if you go to Stokes News, you'll see the article that they wrote on me, Black and Blue. That was a hell of an article, and I absolutely love. Yes, black.
Hold on, wait, because it just hit me. Okay, black. You know when they say you beat somebody,
you get beat up to you black and blue,
and then you're black and
black and blue.
Double entendre. I don't think they meant to do that.
That was a.
I'm gonna pull it up when we get. Y'all pull it up. Somebody pull it up.
Hold on.
Stokes
I
News.
Stokes News.
Stokes County News, and it'll say, and just put black and blue, and you will see me pop up. So let me tell you about this article, how it, so let me explain something to you. When you work for the sheriff, you work for the pleasure and the power of the sheriff. If the sheriff say you got a job, the sheriff can hire you right now, give you a badge and gun, and say, go out here and write speed tickets. And you probably might be saying, man, I don't know a damn thing about no writing no speed tickets, but the sheriff is a powerful man, and he can have you do that just like that. All right. So with that being said, the sheriff, Mike Marshall, that was sheriff at the time. If you're going to have an article written about you, you have to go through the sheriff and get permission from him to say, hey, this person want to ride along with you,
Makes
this,
sense.
blah, blah, blah.
Makes sense.
Man, let me tell you. He came to me and he said, big man, I want you to be just as honest as you can be with the reporter and just give it to him. He said, because I know what you've been through. Man, I looked at him, I really wanted to cry. Because he was like, wait a minute. I actually got a white man that's actually on my side. Not so much that he gave me a job.
It's the fact that
but
he's
giving me my side to say, go tell your side of the story.
A true ally.
Oh, my God. And let me look at the camera as I say this. It was so many people that I work with that was so mad over me giving my true story. And I gave it to you real.
So that's what I was going to. So I'm glad you said bring up the article because it's crazy. As soon as I bring it up, like you said, it's literally
front page.
It's literally black and blue, and it says, in quote, a lot. Stoke County Sheriff's Detective Michael Scriven says when asked how much experience he's had with racism serving in a county that is 94% white.
Jesus, 94% white.
Now, is that referring to the county itself being like the demographics of the county itself, or the sheriff's department being 94%?
I was the only black.
Okay. Sheesh.
So you was a minority either way. It didn't matter whether you was at work or in the town.
So we had one other black male, and guess where he was at? Working the jail.
Oh no.
Great guy. Great guy. He taught me a whole lot.
Yes, sir.
Great guy. But as far as the road, it was me. And it was so many people that I work with. I like to look at the camera on this because it's so how real it was. It was people that I worked with hated my guts.
That's
because
crazy.
I was black.
That's crazy. And this was, I see this article.
And look at the time.
It was in 2020. Or so it was 2020 was when
but
they.
I went there in 2010.
So it was 2010. Okay.
Right, when I went there. And so that article was 2020, that article.
Sheesh.
So the whole county of Stokes is where I was working at. Okay, so right where you sitting at, that's the area where the black people is. You see everywhere else you see?
Oh,
white.
Man. So yeah.
What Cat Williams said, tell me about all these presidents. White, turn the page. White.
Yeah.
It's the same situation.
Dang, so like you said,
that's insane.
Like I'm doing the math.
In
I'm
2020.
like, it don't matter where you turn in your head.
Yeah.
2020.
Like, you were literally a minority. No matter what you did,
no matter.
You were gonna be a minority. Like, how do you even fathom going to work? Like, I got to put my best foot forward and fend for it.
And that was, a lot of times I've always been told, or I've always heard, like, you got to be 10 times better.
Yes.
10 times better than them.
Yes.
Just to be even recognized.
That's just to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
20 times better to get actual accolades.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, the math.
So
go ahead.
You saying that the only other black guy that was in the
Worked in the
department
jail.
worked in the jail. Not which one, because I'm pretty sure both.
Have they challenges?
Yeah.
They both got their challenges.
But which one do you think is more challenging inside the jail? Which I'm sure.
Probably. Like,
Well, I guess based
it
on
would probably still be.
I was gonna say based on the
it would still be
demographics
white.
that are
So
in
let
the
me-
jail.
So let me
which
explain.
one is tougher
Let me,
on the
let me
road or in
explain.
the
Let me
jail?
explain it to you. So when you're in law enforcement, you get your training and how to treat people and how to talk to people, and you get every case that ever happened under the sun, from rape, prostitution, speeding tickets, domestic violence, serving papers, shootings, stabbings, murders, rapes. You get all of that on patrol. You get fraud, credit card fraud, theft. You get family members stealing stuff. You get all this training from working the road and dealing with people. The biggest thing that people should always understand is this: they will always stab you in your back.
Oh yeah,
Right? Even you think that you cool with them.
Message.
yeah.
Now let me break this down to you. We did later on have another brother to come on. He was all right, and I just leave it at that.
Gotcha.
He was all right.
That says a lot.
He's all right, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Because
I never had a beef with him.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. He came to me and asked me some things. He was a good guy, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Got you.
and I fully understand what you. The reason I understand what you're saying is you talk so glowingly of the other guy. This one you can just only say a blanket statement.
Yeah.
Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down to you. When you come to me, black man,
Yeah.
and say to me, man, brother, man, tell me, man, how to get on, man, what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. And you come to me, I'm coming to you. You tell me your situation, and I break everything down to you. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it, the whole 9 yards. And then you get on, and you see me, yeah, brother. But I'm friends. I meet your dad, your mom. I'm cool with them. I'm telling them, look, y'all need me. Y'all call me. I work your area. I'm good to your family.
Right.
But when I leave, I never hear a word from you. But
Absolutely.
you are on all my social media. You're constantly watching my stuff, but you never say a word.
I'm only good to you when you need me, basically.
You know, and so I'm not gonna say anything bad about him, because technically I really do like the young blood.
Yeah.
I really do. But I think it's absolutely fucked up that I ain't heard shit from you. Point blank, period. And I stand on that hill. I ain't gonna say your name. You already know who the fuck you are. But I ain't heard shit from you.
And I bet you're gonna see this too.
And not so much. I guarantee you.
you're gonna see
I
this
guarantee you. So this is the thing that I've learned so much, y'all, and I do appreciate y'all asking all these questions, because see, I really want y'all to learn when it come down to people. See, I own a tow truck business. I'm a notary.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
A man of
things
many
under my
professions.
hat, right?
Yeah.
Jack of all trades type.
This
Yeah,
is the
jack of
thing
all
what you need
trades.
to understand, and especially some white folks.
Uh oh. This is
Let me break this down to you right here.
Yes, sir.
See, when people know that you can do things for you, they gonna always call you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo, Reese, I need you to do me this favor, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But when you leave, all that brotherhood, see, law enforcement is this brotherhood. It's a thin blue line that you know, that thin blue line, we all watch out for each other, because the thing about law enforcement, you have to live right, eat right, do right, be right. You can't be.
You're a
waving.
model citizen, essentially.
You supposed to fucking be.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right, because it definitely ain't that. Yeah, you're right.
But when you leave, they look at you like, wait a minute, hold on, Joker. When you got to a high speed chase, who was backing you up?
Yeah.
When you got to a fight, who had come to save you from getting your ass? Who come save you from getting your ass whooped? See, they forget about stuff like that.
No matter the race, color, creed.
Don't
it's
matter,
the,
no.
it's the person.
You better believe it. See,
person.
this brotherhood you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. A lot of things that's done at the sheriff's office it's all politics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, check this out. We're gonna use an example. You, my son. You, somebody else's son.
Yes, sir.
And you're a white boy. You let Reese do something, my phone ringing, and I'm called in the office. But you let you do something, they gonna take your ass home.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
And we ain't gonna hear shit about it.
Absolutely.
I can tell you about so many things that was covered up. It's just unreal.
Sheesh.
And you know I can.
So how long have you been in law enforcement?
I've been
Like
in
overall?
Stokes, 27 years.
27 years in
27
same
before.
county or no?
No,
Okay, so different county.
started out a company in Greensboro called Kimber. It was a special police agency and security. And then, so I started out actually as an explorer at the sheriff's office of Forsyth County. And that's how I met Big Henry Gray.
Okay.
And so went to Stokes, went to Yadkin County for 71
Heard
days.
it. Yeah, I've heard it yakking.
Another-
71 days.
Yeah, it's another situation. Right,
Wait.
right. It is another
the fact that
situation
you
like
did
Stokes.
that.
Right, another situation like Stokes. And then, but
It's
of course,
like this far up from like Union Grove and
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
where I'm from.
Okay.
So like literally, my uncle and them, they had a shop there, but it's
Sheesh.
It was. It basically it wasn't gonna make it.
Yikes.
yeah,
Not in that area.
yeah.
I don't know if you ever went to like through Georgia or come through South Carolina. You know how they fly Confederate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the
Absolutely.
same place.
Absolutely.
As high as you can see
Yeah.
a American flag here and
Yeah.
anywhere at the car dealerships, that's how it is there.
Yeah.
Like literally just in the wind.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah, but I don't want to bore y'all about.
No,
you're not.
law
You're not.
enforcement, man.
This is me
It's actually-
learning.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, it's me
it's actually,
learning.
like great conversation because we're three young black men, right?
Absolutely.
And again, we have a black man in law enforcement.
Yep.
Like you said earlier, nowadays, our generation and younger,
It's a very different stigma.
The message, the message, or like you said, the stigma is F the police.
Yeah, it really is.
It's us versus them, and it
Yeah.
never really should have got to
And the
that
sad
point.
part about it, it is so many brothers, such as myself, that absolutely love y'all young bloods and want y'all to learn things. Good example. I don't remember if y'all was in the class. I know that Big Wilson was, Kiki, what's my man name? That he's another alpha. But when I came down and taught the class over there about if you get stopped.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of my names.
Yeah. If you get stopped, I would cut my hazard lights on. And listen, y'all, let me tell you something. There is no law that says that you cannot video record an officer.
Okay.
Okay, so if somebody tells you that,
Yeah.
that's a motherfucking lie.
That's called dropping
Well,
the gym.
That's another thing. Again, as a young black man, like, cause my mom's friend is a police officer in CMPD,
Sure.
right? And my mom even, say, hey son, you should, get on with the department, And I'll be honest, like, Ma, I'm not doing it.
Sure.
Like, I can't do. When I never say I can't do anything, it's not for me to do because I think about, again, I have so many friends, family. Like, if I have to stop them or something, like, I don't know how I would deal with that or my reaction.
I've been in that.
Or
I've
the
been in that-
life of,
I've been in that.
the
situation.
life of law enforcement.
Yeah. I've been in
And
that
I respect all authority for sure.
Yeah.
But I've also been in situations, so I'll bring up, I was going through Monroe, North Carolina.
Yeah. Union County.
Yeah. But I'm coming
Listen.
from Florida.
Okay.
And a group of friends on the track team came from a trip for Mike's birthday. He's an alpha as well. He's my
Okay.
teammate running track. So, everybody gets dropped
Union
off
County,
as we
definitely
go.
one of the ones.
I'm the only one that has to come back to North Carolina though.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not thinking it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Right? I'm by myself. I'm in a black Honda Accord, tinted windows, wing on the back, going through Monroe. I literally had this hoodie on. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
And I had my hoodie up
Over
but
your
I'm-
head.
But I'm
Oh,
driving
my
though.
God.
But I'm driving though, so I'm comfortable.
Profile like a hell, boy.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you.
So that's what, and I'll get to that. So I'm just driving. Boom, boom, boom. I get to the light. I look down and I look back up. I see lights. What just happened?
Yeah.
So the officer comes to the car. Boom, boom, boom. hey, license registration, da da da.
Where you coming from? All of that.
Yeah, where you coming from?
Yeah.
You know, I handed my license, and it's funny because, well, not funny. Again, as a young black man,
Sure.
my mind gets to racing.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Monroe, Union County.
It's 2020.
Okay.
The height of.
Okay, you damn right. It
The
was.
height
Damn
of.
right.
First thought is call, record.
Not even
what
that.
do I do?
I'm on FaceTime with a friend as well too.
Good.
You got to be.
Right.
Good.
But I said, hey, I'm gonna put my phone down. Just stay on FaceTime with me.
Yeah.
She said, okay, I got you, Reese. Boom. I put my phone down in my lap. Da 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 da. So from there, like he says, when you ask my license registration,
Sure.
again, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people go through it. How do I reach from my license
Yep.
and registration officer?
Okay.
How do I do that in the height of this, where not only am I fearful for my life, but in this time and place in the world, you're also fearful for yours.
Yeah.
So rightfully so.
Because
Yeah.
it ain't even just George Floyd. Tamir Rice was around that time.
Come on
as
now.
well.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a whole,
So
I
rightfully
hate
so.
to say it like this, but it's a whole list of us.
It,
Yeah.
Truthfully,
But-
that's the truth.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was a Caucasian officer, right? So you're afraid of me,
I'm afraid
and I'm
of
also. Well, I'm not afraid of him.
No, but I
I'm fearful
get the
for my
circumstance.
life.
Hell yeah.
Because
Afraid of his
Yeah.
circumstance.
I don't want to
ain't
be
scared
put
of
in.
nobody.
Yeah, I don't want to.
and I don't want none of y'all to be scared
Yeah.
of nobody. But I get.
But
what
I don't
you're
want to
saying.
be put in a predicament
Right.
against. You see what I'm saying? So
Especially when you're talking about an authority figure.
Exactly.
It's
Like I said, I respect it, but
Yeah.
if it comes off that way in the heat of the moment during these times, you see what I'm saying? So I just reached for it, boom, 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 gave it to him. So I'm on FaceTime, and I'm telling my friend, like, I think they might have got me, like, you know, because he said he stopped me for speeding. Okay, whatever.
3
I'm
in
like,
the
man,
morning. I probably was. Come back from Florida.
Yeah,
I probably
yeah.
was.
I probably was.
It's fine. So he comes back, da da da. Now I'll be honest.
Probably ran your tags.
I'm honest and transparent. Yeah, he ran my
Oh,
tag.
Yeah.
that's definitely done.
My tag was expired. Okay.
Okay, no
I get
biggie.
it. Boom.
You meant to
So
for
while
that
he's
too.
talking to me though, again, I'm attentive of all things.
Should be.
He hands me my license back, you know, telling me what he's arresting me for. Or no,
Arrest?
not arrest.
Whoa,
no,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
what he stopped me
But
for.
hold
what
on,
he stopped
hold on.
me for,
Let
what
me
he stopped
say this
for, I
though.
meant.
Let me say this though. Let me teach you something on this one. Technically, in the state of North Carolina, when you are pulled over, it is an arrest. You just don't go to jail.
See?
Because
Well,
guess
so-
what? 'Cause
so-
guess what? When the blue lights come on, what do
That's
you do?
what I'm saying. You stop.
stop.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
It's
saying.
an arrest.
So,
It's actually
and
an
that's probably why I said arrest, because I've learned a lot
It's
through law
actually an
enforcement.
arrest. It really is.
But when he was, you know, telling me,
I'm learning. I'm just like learning.
Exactly.
Like, man, that's
but what he had
crazy.
stopped me for, again, I'm attentive, so I'm listening to him.
But you looking.
But I'm also looking. While as he's telling me, there's another officer on the side of my car, right? And then there's 2 other cars behind me. I'm one black man. So you see what I'm saying?
I get you.
Again, now my mind is racing.
It's another question.
Like
I can't-
my mind is racing. So he has me, you know, da da da. He tells me, hey, woo, woo, woo. You know, he goes through,
Yeah.
you know, what's gonna happen.
So did you get a speeding ticket as well?
Got me for speeding.
What was speed?
I think it was 60 and a 45, something like that.
He really got
Yeah,
you.
something like that. And again,
So
but
let me
2,
also
3 o'clock
teach
in the
you-
morning,
let
no
me
one's on the road.
Okay.
I probably was.
Okay, right.
I'm trying to get home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
I
home.
I get you.
I'm in Monroe. I already know about Monroe. So
Right.
yes, I'm trying to get
Listen,
to this
right.
You got
little town.
Yeah, Union
County.
County.
I probably
Yeah,
was.
County ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But then
Ain't no joke.
he said, hey, you know, your tag was revoked. I'll say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Tag
said-
was revoked.
Yeah, I guess
If,
it was
if your insurance is not
yeah,
taking
something
care
like
of it.
yeah.
Ah.
So he,
Yeah.
They report you if you don't.
yeah, I didn't
You
know
gotta
that
do
though.
You got to do an FS1
Yeah.
form.
Listen,
They
man.
report you, and then they go all the way to Raleigh,
Right.
And they got you, and they say, yeah, they revoke.
Right, right.
Only reason
Man.
why I know is because it happened to me.
Yeah,
Right.
so okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And again, I was what, like 21, 22,
Right, right.
So
21,
I
yeah.
didn't know, right?
If
So
I
they
gotta
said, hey,
choose whether to eat or pay my insurance.
I'ma eat. And I understand I ain't supposed to drive like that, but
Yeah, that's why we in college.
to be honest,
yeah, I'm with you, bro.
to be honest. And I think we were like,
I'm gonna eat too.
See. So
let's just be honest.
I'ma eat.
Let's just be honest. If it came down to it, I'm pretty sure the majority of the world is going to choose to eat.
Yeah.
But but so again, and I was fresh out of college since we graduated 19. So
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know, we're gonna have to take your tag. Da da da. I'm thinking, what? You gonna do what?
Take my tag.
So again, I'm respectful, but now I'm getting heated. Like, dang, how am I gonna get home? Right?
Again, you're
not
in Monroe.
You're not gonna be able to drive off. You know, I said, so we might have to tow your car. And I was like, no. Again, now,
Okay.
I'll be honest. I said, sir, you're not towing my car. I said, I'll park it. Please don't tow my car. You've already taken my tag. What is my...
Well, hold on. Let me help
Right?
you a little bit. You said, please don't take my car. Okay, that works better than you ain't towing my car.
No. Well, first I said, you're not towing my car.
Right.
Then I, hey, please don't take my car.
Yeah.
We said, well, I'll let you go over there to the Family Dollar, park your car there.
Yeah.
But then I got to thinking, if you've already taken my tag, am I going to drive off? But then again, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
There's such thing as double jeopardy. If my tag's already revoked and I did drive off, could he have stopped me again?
Absolutely.
For what though?
You don't have a tag.
So it's still the same thing.
It's the same thing though.
It's the same thing.
Technically, I don't have a tag if it's revoked, right?
I think it's a little bit different.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Believe it or not. So okay. Let me give y'all
Learning.
how it is.
Learn me something.
Let me learn you something here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when the white boys do it, this is how it's done.
And hold on, before you say that, this is a learning lesson for
Everyone.
everybody. So yes, if you're
Everybody.
tuning
But
in,
if you are black, like most of our viewers are,
Oh yeah, pretty much. But let me tell you how the white boys do it when they hit work. Okay. So you got stopped.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, let me break something down to you. Do you know what absolute speed law means?
not a clue.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So when you're on the highway and you see this posted speed limit that said 45, by law in the state of North Carolina means you absolutely cannot go over the posted speed.
What?
So if I'm going 46,
and you can get a damn ticket for
What?
46 miles an hour in a 45.
I thought it was 5 miles over.
No, I
always
why
thought
I'm
that.
educating you right now.
Man.
The state, you can Google it. The state of North Carolina is a absolute speed law.
What?
So technically, can you get a ticket
we're going 1 mile
for
over.
1 mile and over? You can't. Now, will an officer waste their time?
That's a lot of
The answer
paperwork.
is no.
So that's what it is then. Okay.
So, do a lot of people do 5 mile an hour over the speed limit because they feel like, okay, well, I can't get a ticket for that? They do. Who's gonna write you for 5 miles an hour over the speed limit?
Again,
Somebody-
I'm not.
Waste of time.
10 plus?
That's pushing it. Yeah, that's speeding. Right?
15 is an absolute. Like, I know.
15?
I'm
I'm telling you right now, because I can show y'all tons of videos in my phone, and y'all see my TikTok and y'all see my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll write your ass a ticket in a minute.
15. Yeah.
But what I'm just saying, being funny on that one. But really, 15 mile an hour speed limit, you need to write that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
So I'll be honest.
Sure.
Again, honest and transparent.
Yeah. We just
Learning to drive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your parents taught you all the same way. From what I see, right, on the road, you go with the
Flow of
flow of
traffic.
traffic.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
that.
Really? Is that what y'all think?
But I'm saying, if flow
I'm
of
learning.
traffic,
This is what I've been
In
taught.
this moment, no. When I'm in my
The car?
car,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Hello.
I may be the leader of the floor.
hello.
Hey, you know
Hello.
what? Y'all ain't. You right. Transparency. I might lead the flow of the traffic.
I'll be honest with you,
You're
Big
right.
There may
Script.
not be no other flow of traffic. I mean, it's
I am the flow of traffic.
Hello.
Listen,
me.
Listen,
I am.
Let me tell you
Hello.
something.
Follow my lead.
Listen, let me
We
tell
gonna
y'all
get there.
something. I'm talking about Trooper right now. I swear if that boy don't drive like his daddy, and I can't say that. When I see him drive, I just be like, He been in law enforcement all his life. That's all I got to say. So, but yeah, man. So like I was explaining, you know. So this is what happens. You get pulled over. You get your tickets. You got your speeding ticket. You got your expired registration ticket.
Yeah.
All right. And they say, all right, take your car and you park your car over here, right? Now let me tell you how the white boys do it.
Okay.
Here's your citations. You can't drive. But I'm going to go that way.
And let you drive off.
Essentially, if I don't see it, I can't stop you. So if
Hold on. Say that one more time, young blood.
essentially, if I can't see it, I can't stop you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yes, sir. Essentially, if I can't see it, I can't stop you.
There we go.
Wait, and you're saying that's how they do the counter?
That's how all the white officers do it.
What he's saying?
No, I'm saying to them, to like the white boys, or that's how they do it in general,
I would
like to
feel
anybody.
Nah, probably to
Excuse
the
me,
white
do you
boys.
think the white officer going to
You
do that
know
for you?
damn
that's-
well.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, time out. Did y'all not hear my story? That's not what they did to me.
You see how I'm looking at you like,
Yeah, I was like,
really?
wait.
You
That's why I
really
had to get an
think-
understanding.
You
like, wait,
know, like,
was that what
I
they were
know.
supposed to do? Because let's go back to 2020. That's not what they did.
Listen, because them
But-
tickets is expensive, and I done paid them.
I parked my car though, again, because I thought of my family as well.
Sure.
I gotta.
still gotta
It's
get
kind of the
home.
same thing. I gotta get home.
I have to get home.
Mm-hmm.
The officer probably gonna go about his business. He probably gonna talk his junk. He just stop. You know, little black boy would. You got your quota, officer. I'll let you get that.
Is that a real?
So hold on. We're gonna talk about the quota.
Yeah.
Too. Hold on. So hold on. Let me break that down real quick. So let's say, Reese, I gave you your citations and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't drive this car, Reese.
Yeah.
Don't drive this car. So I go down the street. I do a flip, cut all my lights off. I sit down on the street. Just waiting on you to put your foot on the brake and take on off.
Jeez.
But see, they didn't even do that.
No, I'm saying
Right.
no, but I'm just saying there's times that's what we
I
do.
told you not to drive.
Especially if we're trying to get something on you.
So what they did was I think was worse than that.
Okay.
And my friend can attest to it if I were to call her.
Sure.
Right? I parked my car, right?
Mhm.
And he said, well, what we're going to do is we're going to circle the area to make sure you don't drive off.
Okay.
I lie to y'all not. They circled the area, 3 police cars. And when I called my other friend, I said, hey, can you come pick me up?
Right.
He said, Reese, where you at? I said, I'm in Monroe. They just stopped me. They're circling me. I'm on the way. That's how all my friends do. That's how we do each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Came pick me up, took me home. I'm hot though.
Because
But-
you just circled
But
3 cars.
I
too.
called my mom that next morning, told her what happened. Boom. She said, son, go back to Monroe, go to the DMV. I'll help you. Boom.
Do what you need to do,
Man, I
basically.
went to
Get your tags,
my other
everybody.
my other teammate, shout out to Antoine. He took me up there. He said, Reese, I got you. He took me up
Yeah.
there. I got my tag the same day. Got my insurance the same day. Man, I drove off. In my mind, I was like, oh, I should speed through here. Boy,
Please, dog.
I'm back. I'm back. But
Another ticket. Another one.
But I did it. But I tell you what, though. If I can, I avoid Monroe.
So
Don't go through
I'm going to
there.
answer your
At
question
all.
that you was about to ask about the quota.
Yeah, that
'Cause
quota.
I saw that. But you got 2 more. Let me answer the quota real quick. So it depends on what agency that you work for, what department you work for. There are some quotas. There are some departments say, hey, you need to write 10 a day.
What? Damn.
The most I've ever written in a day is 24.
24.
That's
Yes, sir.
What were they doing on the road?
ticket every
Speeding.
Yeah, that's literally a ticket every hour.
Yeah. So you have some says I want you to write 10 a week. You got some say I want you to write 10 a day. It depends on what agency.
Who you
now
with?
let me explain something to you.
Okay.
The North Carolina Highway Patrol, which is the agency that I wanted to go to, but anyway, more likely if you get pulled over by a trooper, your ass gonna get a ticket.
Yeah, for sure.
There's just no ifs, ands about
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Because they are quota driven, quota based.
It's on the highway.
Yeah, and it's
Interstate.
on it is what it is.
For sure.
So that's the answer to that. That was the other question.
Oh, no, I was just because there's always I've heard officers say like there is no quota. there's
I've heard that a lot.
That's
Cap.
bullshit.
Cap.
It depends on what agency you work for.
And since you're, giving us,
You dropping gems, man.
dropping the gems, educating us.
Yeah. Well,
like
that's
you
what
said,
Lil Squid will want me to do.
Absolutely.
That's what Lil Squid will want me to do. I'm doing what he will want me to do for his
Touche.
boys. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
But like you said, you've been told that there is no quota, so you've heard different things.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard that it's usually the beginning of the month
And the end of the month.
and on
the
holidays.
4th.
And the holidays. Holidays in general.
No, I'm talking about the fourth
Day.
Fourth day.
Fourth day. Yeah, you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
14th, like those.
Yeah.
Those type-
But
okay.
is that true? Because
No.
there's a
The
lot of
face.
travel.
Now,
There's a
bringing
lot of
faces.
travel during the holidays.
Now, hold on now. To answer that
parts.
question,
Two parts.
right? To answer that question, no. There's just no. I mean, if it just seems like people getting pulled over more in that time, it is. Now, traveling, man. Let me tell you something. If you are definitely, even for us, if we're traveling and we're going out of state, let me break some things to you about politics, okay, and complaints. Okay, so let's just say you coming from Atlanta, like you said, you was coming from Georgia. Let's say your car was from Georgia, you got a Georgia plate, you from Georgia, and I catch you speeding. I don't give a damn what you say.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm writing you.
Gotcha.
You can file all the complaints.
Gotcha.
You are not a resident of the state of North
That's what I was
Carolina.
gonna. That's what I was gonna.
And
think
that's
too.
what these agencies and
Yeah.
that's what these sheriffs and all this other
That's
stuff. That's
crazy.
what they. Don't get me wrong. We still have to treat you with respect.
No,
and all
yeah,
that
right.
stuff. But you think you're gonna get a break and you from out of town?
Yeah.
Your ass gonna get all these.
And it'd be so much worse because if you get,
I'm
I've got
serious.
one, not being, I think I got one. I was in Georgia. It's so much worse because you have to go out of your way to go back and
For court.
If
And
you
that is
and if
another
you
reason-
miss it,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That is
man.
another reason why. If you notice, if you get a ticket, you get all these flyers in the mail. All these flyers in the mail,
Yep.
they come real quick.
It's a lot of lawyers.
And truth be known, you technically got some lawyers that can handle your face for $100 if it's speeding.
Yeah.
I would say this, and I love radar. My son will tell you, I run the hell out of radar. I write a bunch of tickets. I would fight every traffic ticket that I ever got.
Dang.
I would.
Wish I would have known
and there's
that
a
a
reason
couple
why.
years ago.
Well, see, luckily, when I had to go to court for that, well, I didn't have to go to court for that violation.
Are you radar certified? Is your radar calibrated? Did you calibrate your radar before you clocked me?
Well, see, that's what I was.
Did you estimate my speed before you came after me?
Yeah.
Would they
Did you
assume that we're
estimate-
being a smart ass though?
No,
Like,
you're being educated.
That's what I was thinking.
You've been
because-
educated. So I'm gonna tell you right now. One pulled me over talking about I was speeding. I'm being caught like, hi, Yana. My name is Michael Scriven. I have a series of questions to ask this officer right here, if you don't mind. And you have that right to do that.
But see, in law enforcement, you know that
Correct.
citizens,
the
general population,
Yeah.
or citizens, we don't know that unless we went to like Google
until
something.
now.
Until
You
now.
clearly asked me to drop some gems.
For sure.
yeah.
Here they go.
Until now.
So that was
Thank
my,
you.
that was, like, that
Thank
was my, one of my questions. You know, having that you have 3 sons.
Yep.
When did you have that conversation? Like, hey, this is what you do when you get
You
pulled
are a
over.
black man.
This is how you need to approach these certain things, like X, Y, and Z.
How to
You know,
conduct themselves.
Let me say something about my 3 boys. I'm gonna speak on all of them real quick. I'm gonna go through them real quick. So since y'all know Trooper, Morgan Christopher is like me in a lot of ways, and one of the things about him that y'all, I'm not trying to say this to make Morgan a badass motherfucker. I'm not trying to make him do that. He ain't scared of no damn body.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh, trust me, I know.
You know, it ain't got nothing to do with me
Trust
being
me,
his dad or
I
me
know.
being in law enforcement. He ain't scared of nobody.
And I ain't scared to tell you.
That's how it is.
And he when I tell you that dude is he me. I swear he is me all day long. That's something his mama said, he act like your dad. But and Michael is like me, and Antoine is 4 times worse than me.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
My oldest, she's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I had that conversation with all my sons. You know, good example. They mom ain't never touched the car door when they around.
Right.
They mom ain't putting no damn gas.
That's
if they
where.
was
That's
with
where.
them.
That explains where
You
Morgan
see what I'm
gets it
saying?
Yeah,
from.
Morgan is big
See what
on.
I'm
He's
saying?
big on that.
He says that so
Especially
like
real
yeah,
talk.
for sure.
Especially
Real
the
talk.
door.
Yeah.
And so they seen me with their mom always do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, and I'll say to anybody, when y'all have children, man, and remember this, your kids look at you all the time.
Oh, I know.
He already
The
got it.
littlest
Yeah.
thing that you do,
Oh,
they
I
look
know.
at you.
Yeah.
I got
If you
one.
slap your woman on the butt, they be like, I would look at Morgan one time and he's like, no, that's mine.
I
You
did
can't
that.
do that.
You
Right.
don't
can't
do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So, you know, I had the conversation with him, and you know, my oldest, you know, had got pulled over one time, and this is one of the things I've always told my sons: don't ever name drop. Don't be like, my dad is.
No,
don't
yeah.
do that. Don't
That'll-
do that.
I think
Probably
that'll
gonna make it
worse.
worse.
My
Yeah.
That'll make it
thing
worse.
is this: don't tell them. Go ahead on and go through what
They'll
they
find
saying
out.
they do.
They'll find out.
We gonna see how they treated you.
Yeah.
And then we gonna go from there. Then they're gonna find out who the hell I am.
Yeah.
And so it's things like that I took the time to talk to them and say, listen, you know, cut your interior lights on if it's nighttime, cut your hazard lights on.
never thought about
if you
interior
need
lights.
To, if you need to, definitely cut your
I
interior
never
lights
thought
on.
about interior lights.
Cut your hazard lights on. If you need to dial 911 and say these words, put it on speakerphone and say, hey, I got my hazard lights on. I'm not running from him. I'm just trying to go somewhere where it's well lit so he can stop me and make it safe for us. So let's say if you out here on I-85 and you're coming up on the Salisbury exit, right? And you don't want to necessarily stop because technically the license stuff signs on behind you. You need to stop technically,
right.
But you got your hazard lights on, and you just say, "All right, well, I tell you what." Even if you get off the ramp, I'd rather be pulled over off the ramp than on the interstate.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I have been a victim of being rear-ended by cars on writing tickets and stuff, so I know how that shit feel. So with that being said, you get off and you roll your windows down, and if you have a firearm in the car, hey officer, take your hands, keep them like this. Hey, officer, I have a firearm in the car. And he'll say, all right, well, where's the firearm at? And you'll say, it's in my middle console or it's on my hip. He'll say, don't touch it, don't move. He walk up, all right, give me your stuff, blah, 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 blah. Where's the gun at? It's right here on my hip. And then depending on how that officer, if he's comfortable,
he'll reach over and do it.
If he's young, if he's nervous, and he's jumpy, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. So the key is this, you stay cool. Hopefully he'll stay cool. Or she stay cool.
Okay.
And that's the best way.
So following up from that,
yes,
Reese kind of alluded to it earlier. So I do have a son. I have a 6-year-old. When is the right age that I should be having that conversation saying like, Jaden, you are a black man in the world. Right now he's extremely innocent about everything.
All kids are, for sure.
So at 6 years old, let him be a little boy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Now is definitely not the time. However, let me also say this: it's always the right time to teach him to be a man.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because one day he's going to have to grow up and be one.
It's always the right time to teach him to be a man. Whether he's 6 years old or not, man, I'm about to get teary-eyed thinking about this shit, man. Because I think about the conversations that I've had with all my sons, and y'all, and because he's the youngest, especially Trooper, and the reason why, because I was able to have a little bit more time with him than I did. See, every generation is different.
Oh yeah.
So you think about this. So Antoine was able to get my '95 Impala SS. Okay. Michael got a Toyota Solara. His mom got him, whatever. So when Trooper started driving, he got a BMW.
Oh yeah.
You were seasoned by that
Do you
time.
see what I'm saying?
Seasoned by that
Everything
time.
is different. Now, don't get me wrong. Him getting a BMW was not the focus.
Yeah.
I mean, we end up, because when he was going to college, we got him a little protege because he was cheap on gas and he'd go back and forth.
Yep.
So we let him switch. You want to drive your little hot rod BMW, you can drive it, whatever. But, time changed. Antoine's first car was I bought right here in Salisbury, right beside the highway patrol station, was a freaking Ford Falcon. Was his first? It was a '66.
Jeez.
Oh, whoa.
His first car. And that was in 1990.
66.
Yes. But he wanted it. He said, Daddy, I want that car. Okay.
Tough though. It's probably not.
Yeah, it was
Thinking about what it looked like at 66.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So you just think about the times. Everybody is different, and I will never forget. Antoine had a conversation with me. Well, Daddy, I got this when I started driving. But then I came up because I gave my Impala SS.
Yeah.
And he was extremely happy with that. But just like you said, the times, then Trooper started driving. Trooper's first vehicle actually was a 280Z, Datsun 280Z. And then he got a good friend of mine that was in the military, rest in peace, Garth, good law enforcement brother, gave him a Jeep. And that thing sucked gas. Them was like literally every day, Daddy, I need gas. Are you freaking serious? I just gave you $20.
They're not good on gas.
Right. So,
2 different ones.
So yeah, man, you just gotta, talk to your kids. And there's never an age that you can't just talk to them about being a man and being a good kid and growing up and being mindful and being respectful. I think at 6 years old, and you get into, son, you're a black man, and you need to do.
To me, I feel like I'm radicalized.
It can ruin their innocence.
But you don't want to. So
obviously, he see color. Like he know I'm black, they white. Like he sees color.
So let me explain something to you. And I know this is really going to sound weird to y'all when I say this. The experience that I had in high school, I went to Mount Tabor High School, which Trooper went to Mount Tabor High School. And let me explain to you. Mount Tabor High School was kind of like how I worked at Stokes County.
Predominantly
At that time, man, it was like 90% white.
Jeez.
When I went to Mount Tabor.
Jeez.
So it was like, but the experience was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I had white friends. I had black friends. I had some black friends that was on this side of the track. I had some black friends that was in the hood. I had some rich black friends.
Okay.
Have y'all ever heard of Jerry Watkins Cadillac? You ever get time to Google it? Jerry Watkins Cadillac was the first black man to own a Cadillac dealership in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. His son name is Carl Watkins, CB Class Act. He does hair. Carl had his own business when we was in high school doing hair.
That's tough.
So to sit at somebody's feet like that, and y'all, let me tell y'all something. Me and my brother, when we grew up, we didn't grow up bad. You know, my dad, he big scrib, he was the man. And so we ate good, we lived good, we drove good, we lived nice. But man, when I went over to Carl's house, Mr. Watkins' house,
It was different.
I'll never forget standing outside the house.
Like, dang, I thought I had it good, but wait a minute.
This how you live?
Hold on. This one finna really blow your mind. When you opened up the refrigerator, it was full of Cokes, Mellow Yellows. I think somebody in the family worked for Coke. So it was all Coke products all in here. It was food, steaks that was already cooked. All you had to do was warm them up. Some people say swimps. It was shrimps.
Medium well.
And so I saw stuff like that. And I was saying to myself, you know, when I grow up,
Oh yeah.
my sons, they not gonna ever want. Here's what's gonna blow your mind. If y'all ask Trooper wasn't one of the best things he loved to eat, he'll tell you lobster tails.
Yeah.
He said that multiple times.
Lobster tails.
On this podcast.
Yeah.
Lobster tails. Okay? When we was raising them, we never told them they can't eat this or they can't eat that.
If you want it, you can have it.
If you want it, how many kids y'all know was sitting at the table eating steaks at a young age?
Not a lot.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Tell you I wasn't.
Not a lot.
I can tell you
my
I
mom and
wasn't.
daddy didn't play that shit. They cook whatever,
Pork chops.
but that was
Pork
probably some
chops.
chicken.
Yeah. Chicken.
Man, I
even
thought
at
I was
the
a damn
cookout.
bird at one more time.
Man.
in my
Even
life.
at the cookout, we couldn't get that.
You
That's
not
for the
getting that.
grown-
That's for the
Right.
adult. The
Right.
ribs.
Absolutely.
That's for the grown. You get a burger and hot dogs. That's it.
Pretty
And you
much
getting a
it.
bag of chips. You're not getting the baked beans. Like
I'll never forget.
a hug.
Hey, y'all remember in life how Martin Lawrence went over there and ate that pie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's how I did a piece of chicken one time. I mean, a piece of steak one time. I mean, ribs at a cookout. I was like, I'm going to give me a piece of that damn rib right there.
Oh,
And I
God.
ran over there and grabbed me that rib. My aunt was like, what you doing? You ain't a little boy. You just hot dog and hamburger.
I want a rib. Yeah.
Man, I ate that damn rib, boy. I got an ass whipping for it, but I ate it.
But it was good.
Yo, what?
It was worth it.
But
Right.
I definitely believe that you doing that it broadened their horizon. And,
It did.
And helped them to, when you're exposed to certain things, it makes you look at different, like it makes you want more for life. You don't accept the bare minimum
Sure.
or what is less than
What you
already
know. Yeah.
So it's so funny because it does make me proud. I look at Antoine. He has my granddaughter, Artist. She's 4. She'll say, Pop, can we go to Starbucks and get me a cake pop, please? The hell your little ass know about a cake pop? You know,
Sound
so
about
I'm just
right.
saying.
No,
Starbucks though.
You
Right.
saying it, but that's my son. Jaden get whatever he
Right.
wants.
That's-
So it's
that's
like,
right.
yo,
Man,
Mine
it's
too.
no different from
I
mine.
got McDonald's money all the time.
Yeah. All of a
different.
sudden, don't get me
Sure.
started. Don't get me started.
We'll get on that then. Like
Yeah.
you said, so you've spoken on the fatherhood now as a grandfather. Because my mom is the same way with
Please
my
do
nephew.
it. Please
She'll
talk
call
about
me.
it. Talk about it.
Oh, Dominic. Oh, he wants da da. Wait, whoa, what?
yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't- Now again,
And Sharon's name is Gammy. So she's Gammy. She don't want to be no grandma, which
Yeah.
she is, but
Yeah.
she doesn't want to be that. But let me explain.
It's a different type
the
of love.
difference.
It's
Yes,
unfair.
Let me
Different.
explain it to you. For any grandparent,
tell us.
We all
any
doing this for y'all.
grandparent out there, we can definitely tell you that the love for your grandbaby is different. Let me explain to you why.
Okay, please.
Please. Because I'm finna come make a call at that.
How old is your son?
6.
He's 6.
6.
Mine will be 7 in January.
Yours 7?
It's
and my
24 next week.
nephew's 7.
Okay. Your son look like you?
Yes.
Does he act like you?
Yes.
Stop. Son look like you?
Spitting image.
Does he act like you?
Yes.
Okay, stop.
Crazy.
that right there gives us a chance of raising you again.
I don't
But
like
see,
that.
I was gonna say that because
that makes sense.
you spoke on it earlier too.
So what happens
It's almost
is,
like righting the wrongs that you did the first time.
here we go. So what happens is you say to yourself, get emotional over this, and I'll explain to you why. So you sit and you say to yourself, I sit and think about all the high-speed chases I had, all the fights I had, tired when I was a bail bondsman, going running after folks, arresting them, going to the jail, writing bonds. Look at how much time I missed.
Oh yeah.
When Bubba was small, when Michael was small, and when Trooper was small. Look at all the time now. Christopher stayed on my hip all the time. He would want to, if I walked out that door, he would cry, he would want to go. And the majority of the time I owned the track trailer, I drove a track trailer over the road. And I would take them, put them in the rig with me, and we go. But let me tell you, I still think about those times when I wasn't at home. So when we get grandchildren from you,
Yeah.
and we look at them, we see you all over again, and we say to ourselves, okay, I wasn't able to buy you this. I wasn't able to feed you this. I wasn't able to buy you these type of shoes. I'm 51 years old. I'm comfortable financially. I ain't broke. That's why we all going out to eat and I'm going to pay for it. But what I'm saying is, I see my grandbaby that look just like you, act just like you. I tore your ass up when you was little.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
30 days
It was because I love you. Go ahead.
I tore your ass up when you was little.
Absolutely.
It hurt me more than it hurt you.
Liar.
Liar.
Whatever.
More than it hurt you.
Liar.
Whatever.
I'm crying in here. You told me up for 15 minutes straight. Liar.
So when your son does something, it's like,
Ain't no more tearing up.
come here, grandbaby. Come here.
I swear.
Didn't Pop tell you not to do that no more?
What was the talking?
Hold on. Hold on.
I got the
hold
15.
Hold on. When it was y'all, bring your ass.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Well, then I asked you the first time.
Yeah.
This is time number 2. I don't want to talk. I'm just set you up.
But see, like I was gonna say, you brought it up earlier
Yeah.
with your sons, and it's the same with me and my siblings. Like my mom, like, oh my, I ain't get da. So it's the same when it comes to a grandchild. From what I've come to understand, the timing is different. And my mom explained it to us, son. Growing up,
I didn't have.
I did what I could then.
Yeah.
Now that I'm available to do more, like you said, now I'm a little more comfortable.
I'm gonna do more
for the grandkids. And to me, I get it, because like you said, that's the seed of me, right? You can't make up for lost time. All you can do is make it better over time.
Exactly. So check this out. I'm gonna blow your mind on this. So when Antoine was born, okay, when Antoine was born, I would be putting back $5 a week for his savings account. When Michael was born, I was able to put back $15 a week. When Trooper came, I was able to put back $30 a week.
Even more. Yeah. Time is
Do you
different.
see what I'm saying? Time is something about your time. It's not that you're trying to outdo any of them. You're not trying to do that, but your life is better, than what it was. So you as parents, you just saying to yourself, okay, all right, I just want what's better. And then when it comes out to your grandbaby, it's like, okay, I remember how we struggled, or we did this, or we did that with this child. We're not going to do it this way, and we're going to raise you a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could be a hothead sometimes, and I know it, and so I have to sit and I say to myself, okay, my grandbaby, my granddaughter, I'm a little bit gentle with you, but she do know. If Pops tell her, and especially when I put one of these numbers right here, she like, oh shit.
That's it.
I look down
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Time to tighten up. Let me tighten up.
Grandparents do discipline.
Absolutely.
We were just asking like, why is it a little bit?
It's a little.
See.
It ain't a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bit different.
It's a big
Like,
but it
difference,
makes
truth be
sense.
known.
Yeah.
We had this much of an era.
This much.
They got this much of
they
an
do have a
error.
larger error at the margin. I do agree with
I think the thing for me that always get me, even with my mom and dad now, is when I discipline him, they jump in, and it's always like, "Don't do that, don't discipline." And it's
not?
like, why? Leave that boy alone.
I can't.
No,
Because mom, dad,
you raised
Just-
me like, yeah.
well, not even that too.
So here is something that is extremely funny to me. It just blows my mind. When my grandbaby calls me and tell it on her daddy.
Ooh.
So she calls me, Papa, I want a cake pop. and my dad told me I can get him.
Get him.
And I'm like,
And you want to get him.
You
too.
want to be granddad?
no, because I don't even play like that. I'm like, grandbaby, let me tell you something.
That's dad.
You know, your dad
Yeah.
is my baby. He my son.
Yeah.
But guess what? He's your daddy.
daddy.
Dad.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I
was
don't
gonna say, yeah.
ever. You will never. I do not play
To
that.
overstep the boundary.
No,
Yeah,
cause
now
let
that
me-
part,
Because
yeah.
let me tell you something. Big Scriv never overstepped his boundaries when it came down to me.
And it's the same with you.
He
then.
never did that. He never did that. Now I will say this. God rest his soul. That dude was a man's man. I mean, he said do something. Damn, that's what he meant.
You gonna do it.
You gonna do it.
You gonna do it.
You know, and so I was like that. You know, with my sons. My oldest boy. You know, you always got that one.
Yeah.
My oldest boy was that one. And when he finally really got it, it just made me so proud. You know, Michael is, he's me. He looks more like me than all three of my sons. He kind of acts like his mom. Trooper is Michael Scriven. Technically, he should have been Michael Scriven II because he is me. You know, hands down. And another thing too, what you got to remember: every child is different.
My mom says that all the time.
Every child is different.
All the time.
And do you love them the same?
Yeah.
Technically,
Absolutely.
you really do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You really do. One may require a little bit more attention than the other, you know, because, you know, at one point in time, me and my oldest son, I was like, the son, now look here now.
We going
You know,
through it.
yes.
We going
Yeah.
through it. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a difference when it comes down to parents and the times.
Well, see, it's three of us. So you saying that, like so I said, my mom says it's three of us, but
Yeah.
I have two sisters.
Oh, my God.
But
I'm the only boy in this.
yeah, but my mom explained it perfectly, and I understood it. Love her for it.
Okay.
I love the oldest,
Sure.
my oldest sister.
Sure.
She said I love her because she's the firstborn,
Okay.
right? Bree, I love you, Tyrese, because you're my only son,
Sure.
and I'm the middle,
Oh,
right?
you definitely got the love.
Yeah.
You really do.
Well, they feel like that too.
You do. You do.
But then
You don't want to admit it, but
the
you
youngest, Kenya,
do. Okay.
the older two, we feel like, dang, she get away with everything. She doesn't see that part though, right? And it's because she's the baby. That's my baby. That's my last one. So again,
So
I
each
get
all
it.
of y'all at 33%, all of y'all get the same love.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna make 100.
Now my mom can attest to this. The son, thanks, mom. I'm the easier one to deal with.
Okay.
The sisters, they know that.
Okay.
Well, it's because they don't understand. Well, how does
You also an extremely laid back person. You
Okay.
like you said,
Take out
like
the
you said, your
gender.
older son.
Yeah.
My sisters,
Yeah.
a little bit more difficult to handle.
Yeah. Got you.
I'm the boy. I'm like, man, golly, if they giving her problems,
So I got to tell y'all this story about Trooper. So when I tell you, he knew. So this was how it was. So when I would come home, and I parked that patrol car, and I come in the house, I'm in my uniform, and I got my gun and stuff on. I kissed their mama, but the boys knew, hey, I'm gonna hug y'all a little bit later on. Let me.
I gotta
in.
get
Yeah.
Let me get this
Yeah.
stuff.
I
on.
need to.
yeah.
So I really wish I gotta find. I actually got a picture because I took a picture of him doing it one time. So I was in the room and I'm taking my clothes off. The trooper comes to the door. He goes, "You finished yet?" So I mean, it was really cool because, but he knew don't
He
come
knew,
in that
yeah.
room
Yeah.
I need
so-
my time. Like it's kind of like a wind down. Essentially,
It is a wind down, but they were my wind down.
Got you.
They
Got
were my
you.
wind down. I wanted to pick them up and play with them, but I wanted to play with Michael. I want to play with Antoine. We go out in the yard and we do something. So yeah, they were my wind down.
And so that's how we're going to end it then, because that's
Absolutely.
perfect leeway into what I was going to ask.
Sure.
Again, being a dad,
Yeah.
being in law enforcement, how do you not bring work from home
Ooh,
and also
Gotta bring home to work.
bring home to work
it's like nurturing
and deal
versus
with
nature.
and
It's
deal
like-
with your family
Your family is going to help you wind down and cool off.
for sure.
Because it is one thing I will give Mrs. Scriven some credit that
Shout out, Mom. We got to shout you out. too.
yeah. She knew that she knew by the tone of my voice what kind of day I had.
Yeah.
Normally, if I'm happy-go-lucky and all this other stuff, and I've had a
Right.
good day when I came home. So I know this sounds weird, but I'm gonna kind of explain it. If I came home and I parked my patrol car and I backed it in the driveway, I had a decent day.
Okay.
You got time.
If I pulled in,
Yeah.
if I pulled in, I'm like, let me just.
I'm just ready to get out the car.
She knew. Oh,
That's
boy.
a bad day.
I'm just ready to get home.
Tell you what, let me get in here and let me fix some food. Get him straight, you know. So having a good support system, if you are in law enforcement, is it. Your mental, your family needs to know how you are mentally. They need to talk to you. You need to talk to them. I would say with Mrs. Scriven, one of the things that I have to give her a lot of credit. She listened to a lot of stories. She listened to a lot of war stories. She knew my hands were swollen for fighting. She knew that I would be tired, or I'd come in with ripped uniforms on. And, you know, God, you look sharp as a tactician. You walked out the house this morning. What the hell happened to you today? Fights, folks.
Rough day, babe.
You know, so
Rough day.
yeah. So that, you know, and kind of switch it over to my podcast, Scriven Nation, real quick, and that right there kind of.
Sir, hold on.
Hold
We
on,
gotta-
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Shout that out. Hold on.
Hold on. I got
What you do with yours?
I put mine in my bag.
just real quick.
Team Trooper.
Yeah,
We got Scriven Nation right here.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, fellas. Thank y'all, man, so much.
Pops got us right, y'all.
Yeah, oh yeah,
He got us right, y'all.
Yeah,
For sure.
oh yeah.
And it got the grip at the bottom.
Hey,
These
that's
are
right. So
comfortable.
you will not fall and slip
These are
on your butt.
comfortable.
I'm trying to tell you.
These are comfortable.
Darn right. So, you know, y'all, when I started the podcast, when I started the live, I'm sorry, that right there even helped me even more with work. Because, one, I don't really talk about work a lot at all. Because I don't want to drive people away because everybody don't like the police.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just being honest.
That's
with you.
fair. That's
So
fair.
I mean, there's some members that know. Some people know what I do for a living. But I don't talk about it because I don't want to be boring. And that was one of the things I learned by Miss Scriven. I tell her, you know, you're boring because this is all you
all
like
you
to
talk
talk
about.
about a law enforcement.
And-
So y'all listen. I had to learn how to shut it off. It took me a long time to do it
Yeah.
because I love the field so much.
Yeah.
Like literally, I would go to work, be cops, come home, and watch cops.
Oh man. So you
That's-
lived it.
Too much.
It was work.
Yeah, too much.
It was home. It was all I talked about. I wrote this many tickets there. I was running right on this and that. And I remember one day she's, Michael,
You're at home.
we're eating. Can we talk about the kids?
Touche.
It's almost like having somebody to level you out.
Yeah.
That is why you have to have a good support system, and you got to have somebody to talk to. And you know, I got some fellas, some good friends, some family members. My best friend and my cousin Chris, which is who Trooper's name. I'm Morgan Christopher. He has his first name. Listen, you know, it's good to get with someone that is not in the same field as you. So when you guys sit and talk, y'all actually have something to talk about. Because one of the things that I used to do, I learned this, and now y'all, it took me several years to get where I am, and I've been like this for some years now. But when I tell y'all, when I get home, and I take that damn gun and badge off,
That's
I don't
it.
want to talk about that shit.
That's
Yeah,
it.
at all.
That's it. I don't want to talk
It's-
no more. That's it.
I'm done. I just really don't. I want to talk about a game. You know,
Yeah,
I want to talk
something.
about a race. I want to talk
Yeah.
about a fight. I love cars. I love classic cars. I love to go buy cars and flip them. I love old cars. I get in the tow truck. I do any and everything. Oh, and the fact that I have this darn grandbaby, that's the star of the show.
Makes it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
Makes it
the
even better,
star of the show.
Once again, don't I know it?
With that being said, I'm glad that these last several years of my life in this field, I've got something to take it away, and being able to have my live to talk about any and everything other than law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me feel good. I can breathe. And I realize that I do not have the headaches that I used to have. I don't have them anymore. Because I learned to leave that shit at the job.
Yeah.
Leave work at
Let
work.
me also,
Learning to release.
Let me also say this too. It will make you and help you enjoy the job more if you leave it there.
Gosh, yeah. Man, yeah.
I might be doing this wrong.
Yeah.
So if you're teaching,
Something like that. Close
Okay.
enough.
So just hear me out. If you live, breathe, and eat teaching, that shit gonna go out fast.
Yeah.
So I live, breathe, and eat law enforcement.
Yeah. Get tired
I
of it.
absolutely, and I tell anybody, I love writing speech. I run the hell out of radar. I love writing tickets, but at the same time, that is something that I'm not going to get with y'all on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Talk about it, yeah.
At one point in time, I did, because not so much as that I worked it, I lived it, I eat it.
That was what-
Hey,
that was you.
I also had a group of other law enforcement officers. Hey, let's get together. We go, and that's
And y'all are
all
still
we
talking about it.
Talk about.
You still talking about the same thing.
That's all we talking about.
Nah.
And I just remember Mrs. Scriven saying to me, you know, I thought I'd never tell you this, but you're starting to be boring.
Yeah.
Because that's all you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And when she shared it with me, and I actually had to sit and handle the thing, and I was like, damn,
Maybe I'm boring.
Made you
she
open your
is
eyes.
right.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, you know, before I start doing this, we had a really good relationship. We talked about a little bit everything on set, traveling and you know, this and that and whatever. But now,
It's my job.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna go deeper than that shit.
Mm.
It's all about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that can ruin a relationship.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hello?
Can it?
Yeah.
Hello?
That will ruin a relationship.
It's all about me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget
I don't
one
even
day.
know what your work day like. I don't know what your day
See,
like.
You never
I
asked
know-
her about hers. Yeah.
And, you
But you don't think about it.
She's a registered nurse. You know,
Okay.
she's a badass registered nurse, and just playing a simple trooper. When I tell you, he's got the best, man. He's got the best. But listen, I'll never forget. One time she was trying to tell me about her day,
And you were thinking
you
and I
about yours.
shut that shit down. I was like, yeah, and
Nah, yeah.
That's
I ain't even gonna
You see
finna
what I'm
act like I
saying?
ain't never did that before, because I had, and it's something that I still learn and think about every day, that you have to be able to be like. It used to always be like, "How's your day?" I'm ready to say about how my day was, but I never would also go do that reciprocate
yours,
and be
yeah.
like, "How was your day?" And if you did tell me about your day, it'd be like,
I don't even remember.
It took me some time to learn, like, okay, your job has some pretty cool stuff too. My job has pretty cool stuff too. Different spectrums, but like learn it. So I definitely lived it. I seen my mama do it. I seen my dad. My dad was military police for 15
My man.
years. He was military police in the Navy for 15 years before he then went on to do security and some other stuff. So same kind of situation where it was always like, listen, on base today, this, and this happened. And for me as his son, it'd be like, but dad, like, I actually had a basketball game today.
And you
And
pay attention to that.
and it was so hard for him to kind of like turn it off,
off,
to
yeah.
be able to be like, because he's at the game, and I can see you in the crowd, but is your mind at this game?
Your mind's still at work.
Exactly.
It's still at work.
Exactly.
But see, like you said, and we'll definitely end it like this then.
Sure.
You have your own live. That's why we started the podcast as well. A way for us to release and to have conversation outside of our daily jobs. It's rare to see for people to get to
I don't even
talk
think we
about
talk
something
about outside of the check-in.
outside of the check-in.
We do
Yeah.
not talk
mention
about
work.
work. We don't talk
Not
about
at all.
work.
mention work
It's
at all.
bro,
Besides
like
the
man,
check-in.
what are we about to do fun, bro? Like let's go do this, let's do that, and that's where we came up with the idea of the podcast.
At a lounge.
At a lounge. So like you said, I think that everybody should either have a live.
You gotta
on social
have an
media,
out.
have an outlet.
You gotta have an outlet.
So I'm glad you said that again. We appreciate you for dropping gems on us for sure.
Man.
One more time, drop your live for them, drop your information for them so they can follow you.
Scriv Nation. It's plain and simple. Hashtag Scriv, SCRIV Nation. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram.
And they big on TikTok too.
We rock and roll.
Real big.
Then we got Scriv Nation After Dark. And that means at 9 o'clock we go live. And when I say 9 o'clock we go live, we talk about everything. We talk about sex. We talk about relationships. Scriv Nation itself talks a little bit about everything.
Okay. Yep.
And so it's such an adult platform. It's just like lounging.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about
everything.
You see what I'm saying?
Everything.
And that's what you want because you don't want to be limited. Okay, we're just gonna talk about sports all day.
No.
Okay, you got some women that can rock with y'all on sports
for a couple of minutes
and stay with you on it.
Yeah.
But then you got something like, okay,
that's all they talk about. Yeah, I'm not tuning into that.
So how we do it is we will be talking about a subject. And then if we feel like we done be the dead horse, I'll say, all right, thumbs up. Y'all ready to switch up? And everybody do thumbs up. And then we switch the topic.
Ooh.
I like that.
And we actually might.
Look, I like that.
I'm saying we gonna collab soon.
Please,
with
absolutely.
Scriv Nation for sure.
Yeah.
Lounging around the Scriv Nation coming soon for sure.
Like
Again, we appreciate you, Big Scriv, for coming to kick it with us
with the clap button.
Kick it with us.
I forgot which one it is.
It's okay. We'll just clap it up, 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 clap it up. Once again, you cannot have Lounging Around without having a Scriv. So we have Big Scriv in the building today. If you ain't following, please follow the guys. Follow us individually. Follow the page. Follow the TikTok. Follow the Twitter. If you see us in person, follow us there too, but from a distance because COVID's still real.
Subscribe.
Absolutely.
Tell them subscribe. That is
Absolutely.
big. Subscribe, y'all.
We are working on events this year. 2024. That was our resolution. Is we will now be throwing events. So if you see Lounging Around and you see our name on an event, please show up. Please support.
Let me go ahead on the bless lounging real quick. I'm a bless lounging right now.
We love blessings.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and bless lounging right now. Lounging Around gonna have some socks coming. With their name on it.
We got merch coming, y'all. We got merch coming.
That was news to us.
We didn't even know.
That's a surprise for them. I got them some lounging.
We got merch coming, y'all.
We appreciate it. For
y'all gonna have some socks, man, so y'all can give it to y'all people.
Y'all know what that means, right?
So
now y'all finna start having to see our merch too.
Everywhere.
It's coming. 2024 gonna be big, y'all.
Again, we love and appreciate everybody, all our supporters.
Absolutely.
That's another episode of Lounging Around.
Special edition, y'all. And we see y'all again next week.
All right.
Peace.
We out.